Hello, welcome back to Procedural LIVENODING. In this episode, I want to share this example of geometry nodes that's basically enabling you to turn 3D mesh and then kind of mix it with 3D texture. The reason we can do this is the volume cube. Okay, instead of just using volume mesh to volume and volume to mesh, which is kind of indeed turning mesh into volume, and then you turn the volume into mesh. This actually, it does the job, and you can do this with it's actually filling the volume or just the surface of the object. This is cool. However, you cannot just plug the density. It's gonna actually complain. So maybe in the future this will change. However, for now, we can use volume cube to do the job. Okay, but in order to do this, we need to use this geometry proximity. So it's gonna kind of calculate the proximity, and it's gonna figure out the distance. You can use the point or edges or faces. In this case, I'm using the faces. So it's actually only creating volume around the surface. So it's kind of like the thickness of Suzanne head. The nice thing, however, since we are using the volume cube density, we can then mix and match it with Voronoi, for example. Okay, so this is pretty cool and pretty handy. We can also try like something like Musgrave texture. However, yeah, we need to control the density a little bit better. So I think with the Musgrave, we actually need to adjust the maximum. Yeah, you need to multiply the density. Otherwise, it's not enough for volume cube to calculate. The only okay, in order for this to work perfectly, you need to, however, think about the bounding box of 3D model that you're using. In this case, we have Suzanne, and Suzanne is around 3 unit size in the bounding box. Our volume cube needs to cover Suzanne. If we have like only like 1, it's gonna cut Suzanne. So you just need to increase the bounding box of the volume cube. Other than that, it's pretty simple. You just need to play around with this 3D texture and how you multiply and mix it with geometry proximity. Okay, so this part should be pretty clear. I have another setup where I created like a kind of like a popcorn. So let's wait to load. Okay, in this case, yeah, I started with just a normal 3D mesh. If I just skip, okay, don't do that. I want to skip and just get the, okay, originally it's just like a bunch of points. Basically, I can use just a couple of points. So I'm using a random value and then just randomize the positions and I can randomize the seed. Okay, this will make up kind of like a popcorn shapes. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Mesh line, I just need a couple of points and then set the position and then turn the points into volume and then volume into mesh, and then I can turn the mesh into volume back and then volume to mesh. I don't need to do this. I can skip this part. It will still work, but you might want to try doing that anyway. So, and then I scale the popcorn so it fits into the volume cube, and I simply mix it with another 3D texture, just like what we have before. And I'm also using the geometry proximity. As a result, if I plug this geometry there, it's gonna look like a popcorn. So it's, I'm using noise. Oops. Okay. It's running. It says it's running out of memory, but yeah, I created this kind of popcorn, and the shader is actually from the Sanctus library. Yeah, it's very simple and basic. We can use the Voronoi as well, but the result is gonna be slightly different, kind of like alien popcorns. But that's basically the setup. Hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.